Welcome back. Coming from us to you. Today is what Wednesday?
I love that.
July 19th, 2 days before my birthday.
Birthday pod.
3 days. 3 days before my birthday. Thinking about the dinner. But we're welcomed with an amazing guest, Mitch Fosberg.
What's going? Oh,
I'm so sorry. Go
it's
ahead.
been a while since I've been on. Sorry, no, it's Randall. Yaza, then me. No, just kidding. It's not
No.
that choreographed, everybody.
Happy to have you
but
on, man.
Yeah, I'm excited to be here.
We were going to have you on a couple weeks ago, and it didn't work out because we just got too busy, and Yaza worked late, and, then we played Catan, but...
I've been getting bumped off a little bit, kind of like Jerry Seinfeld.
We wanted to build
getting
it
bumped
up.
off the middle school.
We wanted to build you up. Get the hype going. You are the number one guest that we've ever had on.
Yeah,
so.
we're trying to bump you on. We're not trying to bump you off.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, there's a lot of people waiting in line to be on this thing. Lots of friends of the pod, so
Yeah.
I'm
that
feeling
shows
lucky
ya.
to be here.
For sure, man. Well, thanks for making it. It's beautiful Wednesday. Did everybody have a good day?
Absolutely banger day for me.
I got pretty hyped up. We put together that pool for the Open. I'm pretty hyped up on it.
I feel good about it. I know I'm
I
going to
mean-
win, so it can't be that exciting when you know you're going to win.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, you
Granted,
actually...
I will say all golf pools, all little Birkdale pools we've ever done, Ian's big ones, I am always close to the bottom. I hate to say it. It's
tough,
as
though.
a prideful sports gambler. Wow, that was yaboed. I'm just terrible at golf pools. I don't know why.
Yeah, I'm never really good.
I'll admit
I don't
it.
know. I usually pick Siwoo Kim, who doesn't take me to victory.
Yeah, but
I have
a
to
good
sit here
sleeper.
and say that I won the U.S. Open pool, so
Yeah.
I'm feeling pretty good.
yeah, I had
feel
to
good
pay
about
you.
my team,
I had to pay this man directly.
I didn't
He
like
requested me.
and we've upped the ante, $20 this time.
Was it $10 last time?
Yeah,
We're
Yeah.
growing in
I voted
size.
for the $1,000 entry fee.
Yeah, I was surprised Carter chose the 20. I was like, what?
No, I went 20. That was definitely
Ian picked K.
satirical when you put that in there.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, no.
we do it though.
Yeah, I don't doubt you guys would do it. You guys are crazy. Do you guys should we run through the lineups or?
Yeah, we can start off with the British Open. I mean, it's a golf major. We might as well.
Yeah.
I'll access my lineup here.
Fuck, I can't access mine, but I have it all in my memory.
You've got it in your memory. I guess I probably do. I didn't even think about it, but I just want to be able to see the bright, smiling faces of my golfers.
We also got some boots on the ground. A couple friends of the pod are out in Liverpool. They're walking the course for us.
Who are they?
They preferred to remain anonymous.
Okay,
Caddies of players,
Nice.
for one. One person who's an alternate who's working on his game out there, and a putting coach. Walking the course, they're saying it's playing soft.
Soft.
Okay.
Long drivers of the golf ball
Definitely play it long.
because the ball ain't going to roll super much. And not the traditional big greens that you'd see in the British Open. Smaller greens, tucked pins. It's going to be a tough course out there, they're saying.
It's perfect for my lineup because I actually made a big boo-boo. And so our lineups are set, right? We're not adjusting.
Well,
No, we're locked and loaded.
We're locked.
dude.
We're
We
locked.
made an
We're not
agreement.
adjusting.
You're not adjusting shit.
So
I kind of want to put Bryson in there now that I talked about long
yeah,
driving.
one of the things I did was I didn't even look at putting, and I'm pissed that I didn't because it's usually
Putting's
big
all
greens.
feel, dude.
But I went purely on long drive and ball striking.
Yeah, putting's off feel. So,
Long
according to Yaza.
Let's go.
Yeah, I mean, dude, Cam Smith, he says it's all feel. He's one
He's
of the
a
best
world
putters.
renowned. Yeah, he's just saying that.
I mean, he's also an Aussie. Those guys are wild.
Aussie.
That is
Friends
like
of the pod.
Friends of the pod. That is the whole country of Australia. Thank you for being a friend of the pod. Yeah, I went. The only little tidbit I heard was, and this I heard from a podcast that was released Monday. But weather's going to be like nothing. It's not supposed to be crazy in any which way.
Like no weather, basically.
It's basically no weather, like a bluebird day, no wind, and yeah, long drivers are going to really benefit. So
I think we might have listened to the same pod.
I literally just typed in the top open, And it was the first like gambling podcast on it.
Yeah, I think we definitely listen to the same pod.
See, I'd prefer to do my research with my eyes rather than my ears. I like
feel
to
ya.
dig through articles that I know have high merit versus, random podcasts like you low lives.
One of those guys that was like
I'm
plus
kidding.
70 on his units.
I'm kidding.
No, I
I'm
know, bro.
totally kidding.
That's the exact
I
same
do like
podcast I listen to.
I do like to read articles when it comes to gambling info, but I might have to tap into the podcast world.
I just say because I went on my third run of the year, so I just had to listen to something. And like it was getting close to you coming over, so
And like your second and first runs weren't that long ago, were they?
I'm starting to trend, baby. I'm trying. I also bought a bunch of meats today at Mariano's, but
Getting 1% better every day.
I'm trying. Should we just run it down?
Yeah, we should go one by one.
Okay.
All 6.
It's gonna be real difficult for me.
All right, should we do most expensive to least expensive?
I'm gonna
In
That's
order.
how I'm picturing it.
Okay.
So I'll go first.
Fuck, I think I might have
I'm picking none other than Rory McIlroy.
All right.
Got to do it.
I just want to say, like, should we toss something out on this side wager? Maybe like
Oh, let's totally do
loser
a side
buys
wager.
McDonald's for next week's pod or something like that, or like
What do you mean?
You're saying you're gonna be on
loser
next
buys
week?
like beers
Between
for next
us
week. Yeah,
three?
this is my way. It's like me leaving like my wallet at your place. Like I gotta come. Sorry, gotta come back.
He's
Be
gotta
on the
be
pod.
there next week.
No, but if I'm not on the pod next week, I will buy and I'll produce.
I'm down.
So, or like McDonald's or
Feeling
beer.
confident. Feeling confident like always.
So
Okay.
like the worst out of us three, so you got a deal?
Yeah.
Yes. Deal.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm trying to log into my FanDuel right now.
Yeah,
so
he
you guys
forgot.
you guys kill a little bit. I forgot some.
Go ahead.
Rory, I don't have him. Just
I'm
on the
surprised.
Genesis.
I thought some people would pick him, but I kind of picked him because I thought other people wouldn't pick him because they thought everyone would pick him.
I mean, you got to be happy that I don't have him.
I
mean,
might benefit from that.
Yeah.
I know
got
who your first
Scotty
guy is.
Scheffler.
Yep, Scotty Sheffy.
I mean,
You're such a Scotty guy. Me too.
the guy just gets tee to green like no other, and he's chill. So
He's
Rory's got too much pressure. He hasn't won in 9 years a major, but
a major, yeah.
his last major, or maybe not. No, he won a British Open at this golf course. So
Really?
yeah. So the last time it was here, the British Open was won by Rory.
This man's pulling maneuvers behind the
Oh,
camera.
he's
Can you not?
I can recall.
yeah. Just try to recall.
Are there 5 players basically?
6. So, I like the first 2 entries. Yaz, I was telling him I went Rory.
And then you went
He
Chef?
went Chef, and obviously you have one of them. And if you don't, you're psycho.
No, man. I went total
Who's your firstie?
Brooksy.
Brooksy.
Gotta
He's
have
such a
Brooksy.
Kepka boy.
He only plays golf to win the majors.
I just don't think he's a British Open guy.
Dude, all this hustle and bustle about Rory, like Rory, he won. He's totally like, well, fuck that. Like, all the pressure's off of him.
You know how badly he wants a major.
Yeah, for sure. And he's like, all right, well, fuck that shit. Like, everybody's talking about Rory. Watch this. Boom. He wins. So I had to go with Brooksy.
He's
a good
coming
pick.
in
I'm
under the
not-
radar he's won
He's good.
Yeah.
He's great. He's great.
recently,
right
and also I bet he doesn't like all that Rory. I mean, we talked about this when we were doing the Masters, but Rory live trash talk.
Yeah.
Like
Oh, for sure.
he's like he probably wants to rain on his parade and win this. So that's
He'd love
he's-
nothing more.
the
to
live
do
guys
that.
are, I feel like, motivated, and this whole all of this year's majors, I feel like they will have that chip on the shoulder to prove live versus PGA, but it's kind of like starting to become like old news. But I do think there's still a little bit of a chip on Brooks' shoulder.
Alrighty. Do you think maybe we should just try to do like our not like 3 of our top 5 guys and leave a little of a mystery, or should we just do it all?
No, I mean it's just like it breaking tomorrow morning, but we're
Yeah, that's
breaking it
true.
to each other.
Okay.
So then I got Scotty Scheffler.
Oh,
Yeah.
man, shelled out.
I
on the top
shelled
two.
at the top, baby.
Wow.
I just had a flashback to last pool, and you had a couple no names at the bottom of your bench.
But I got no names this year except for one.
Okay, well,
I got 2 mid guys, and then
we'll see.
he's already trash talking me.
That is crazy, though. You got those 2, the 1 and the 2. Wow.
I do no balance. It's all gas, no brakes.
I like that. I mean, that's how you win.
sprint marathons. Shane Lowry, Second pick.
Love that
Is
one.
he an Irishman?
He's an Irishman.
Yeah.
He's won the British Open
So
before.
he's familiar with that territory in the UK.
Yeah.
I like that pick. I
Solid.
like that pick a
He's
lot.
gritty.
Like that pick a lot, Voss.
Yeah, because you know they're going to be rooting for either Shane Lowry,
Or
Tommy Fleetwood, my next pick.
okay,
Yeah,
I
Tommy
read-
Fleetwood's
I-
gonna
take it home.
Dude, I read a little bit about Tommy,
Uh-huh.
and like this golf analyst, like they were like underdog, favorite, like guy who will, blah blah blah, all these categories, and Tommy Fleetwood was like star who won't compete well, and it was like it had to do with the pressure from being English and
Yeah.
like the UK, and also the fact that like he hasn't done well in big events for like the last 5 years.
Yeah.
But I like Fleetwood. He's a good putter if it gets down to putting. And he's been on tour for a long time. He knows what he's doing. So I like the pick.
Yeah, I mean, I just went with, I was either going to go with Shane or Tommy based on that.
I like the pick.
Just somebody's going to be a sweetheart. There's going to be a nice story going Saturday
It's-
morning.
Pride Rory, but
I was thinking hardcore Tommy, and I think since we listen to the same podcast, he might have a lot of similar people.
good. Good, because leave the real people to me. Let's see who I got at my third boy. Oh, you're going to be so mad at my first three. They're impeccable. Bryson DeChambeau coming in at 3.
Love that.
Yeah, I
Love that.
Just 3 recognizable names.
I
Solid.
thought about switching to him last minute when on my walk over here, but I stuck it. I already switched it once, so didn't want to switch it 3 times. It's like when you start that guy in fantasy football, which is right around the corner, boys. Let's go.
Yeah, I am hyped
Um,
up on that.
But yeah, and you switch your lineup too many times, you get screwed. Yeah, but nice. Yeah, Bison. Love it.
Bison, dude.
I'm surprised you didn't take Bryson.
I know.
Holy shit.
I wanted to, but I'm also trying to defend my title and win.
That's fair.
Bison's
That's
going
fair.
to get me there.
You're a man of principle. I can respect that.
All right, so my next pick is Dustin Johnson.
I like it. I like DJ.
Wow.
At 3?
Yeah, I think. Yeah,
Yeah.
I might have somebody.
Okay.
I have
Well,
a couple guys in that price range.
I like that. He's quietly been playing great golf,
Mhm.
and he was a top 10 finish at the last major, very quietly. He would have been a top 5 if it weren't for his second hole where he triple bogeyed. He would have been in competition for 1 with
Yeah.
Wyndham.
That is fair.
So I like that. Like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. He
Astute.
shows out. He's kind of got that Brooks thing going on.
And he can play the ball long. Like he's not the longest, but he can play long. So,
He's nice off the
He
tee.
hits the ball.
Yeah.
good pick.
I gotta apologize. I'm going out of order.
That's
I
fine. That's
also have Bryson. I'm going.
Okay.
No, I think.
is
I think
he-
your other guy
he's-
was more expensive.
Yeah, he's my third.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Yeah.
who did you go?
I
You
went Brooksy, Tommy,
Yeah.
Fleetwood.
Okay, those two are close.
Bryson.
Those second 2 and 3.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Fleetwood's definitely
That's a
above
solid
Bryson.
Right?
Yeah,
3?
for
We've done
sure.
3 so far? Okay,
Yeah.
cool. This makes sense. I was worried I was just going to pick the top 5 players I was thinking of because I don't have it in front of me.
I'm struggling to remember some of my picks. I
Oh,
remember
you're-
my lower picks right now, but
Okay.
not. I'm missing one person.
Oh, I actually have, I just remembered a lower pick that's going to pop.
Coming in at number 4. Number 4 at 9,400 for me. Min Woo Lee. Got to
Ooh.
do it. Got to do it.
You
Yaz has faltered on
motherfucker.
him. He's I don't know if you have him, but you just hinted it that I feel like you don't. But
Yeah.
Min Woo Lee, take me to the fucking gods. Take me home.
He's
Country roads.
he's of a family of athletic golfers. His sister's number 1 in the
Yeah.
LPGA, which is sick.
yes.
So, yeah, I mean, if he doesn't do it for his family,
And sorry.
he might kill himself.
Well, he's just got the most swag on tour, in my opinion.
He's got so much swag. He's so drippy.
I don't-
He's got so much drip.
It's just a combination of his actual attire and like the fucking thin ass Maddie's mustache that he rocks. It's swaggy.
Yeah, no,
I like
he's sick.
Minwoo.
He used to have longer hair.
Yeah.
I had trouble
Yeah, he had
finding
flow.
him today because I was
It
like,
used to be
yo,
flow-
what the fuck?
Min Flo Lee.
I don't like that he shaved his head.
I'm
But-
glad that I used my first ever time using the word drip on Minwoo Lee because it's well deserved.
Yeah, if any, in the dictionary next to the word drip is a picture of Min
He,
Lee.
he might even be too cool for drip.
He's so chill.
All right.
Pop
My
it.
next pick is Jung Yu AKA Tom Kim.
Ooh,
Tom Kim.
Tom Kim. Tom Kim.
I like Tom Kim.
Highly regarded on the podcast that you listen to.
I'm a fan.
He's solid. No, I like it a lot. Fuck, you know what? I think I might have fucked something up. No. I think I just found my last player. But it's
It's
definitely
not like a word search. It's a lineup that you submitted.
He's
No, I
searching,
know. I'm
He's
not-
searching through
That's
brain
okay.
connection. Oh, I think I just found him.
Yeah, it's SpongeBob in his brain when he only remembers being fine dining and his name. Or
Fine dining and breathing.
Yeah. And his brain's like,
My
what's
name?
my name?
My name? So
Shout out SpongeBob, hilarious show.
I went Brooksy, Tommy
Fleetwood.
Fleetwood, and then I went Bryson.
Bison.
And there's 6.
Yep. So 3 more.
You got somebody up there.
So I missed one that was up top, who was Colin Morikawa.
Okay. Yeah, he was probably a second.
Yeah,
Second
he.
for
I got nervous
I hate the pick.
because he.
Yeah, I don't like the pick.
He's
I hate
not
Colin.
long. He's not long with it off the tee or anything, but he can shape shots.
Yeah.
And
He has been playing a little better as of like very lately.
Horrible.
not
He's
have-
had
Horrible pick, right, Randall?
He's had a I don't like
Yeah,
it.
let's
He's
just
had a
leave it.
bad year, but
We can't call every pick.
he
good.
did okay in the Open.
I hope I do have him because I
He-
was wavering on
He's
him.
been doing okay.
He's probably
We'll
gonna
see.
get like first place after I say horrible pick. So
I hope I have him because
just messing
as soon as
with
I check if he's not there, I'll be sad now.
If
he
you
does pop
open
off.
tomorrow morning, if I wake up, roll over in bed, I just want to check the scores. If I don't see him in your lineup,
I'm gonna verify with
calling
you guys
cheating.
after the podcast because I'm very sketchy on a couple of these picks.
Okay.
Go ahead, though.
So we going 5 for me. Oh man, another classic household name. Gary Woodland, 17th
Gary
longest
Woodland's
driver on tour. That probably didn't know that.
That is solid. I like that.
I would have pegged him 16 or 18.
Yeah,
Nah, I'm
probably.
just kidding.
Not 17. What do you think about Gary?
Is he old?
He's been around for a long time.
Experience is
He's
good.
made 17 out of 21
He's seen-
cuts
he's
this
seen it.
season.
Yeah.
He's seasoned.
He's won a major before.
Well seasoned.
He's a big time guy. He
Yeah.
knows how to operate under pressure.
Not his
He's
first rodeo.
So he's won 8 PGA Tour events. 7 of them have been in the UK.
I mean, the guy loves
I'm
the
kidding.
Brits.
I was about
Oh,
to say,
fuck.
whoa.
Yeah, no, but Gary is like he's a fan favorite. He's a player's guy.
College basketball player.
Everyone
Really?
loves him on tour.
Yeah.
He's a great dude.
That's pretty chill,
Yeah, he's a very good person as well.
Yeah, he's a player's guy. He's a fan,
which is
fave.
important.
Yeah, I mean, it's a true champion. He's
I
gotta
think
be a
he's
true
gonna
champion.
stick around. He's gonna make the cut as my 5th guy.
Okay, nice.
I like it.
Well, I got the guy that was crying on Sunday.
Oh, really?
Legit crying on the range because he wanted to win so bad when he was warming up in case Rory didn't take it from him. Robert McIntyre.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And if you're gonna cry after a tournament, I'll respect it.
I don't know. It sounds a little,
I'll respect it.
Yeah.
sounds a little weird to me.
I mean, there's a lot of emotion in the game, and I like that he's showing it. I mean, he was so fucking close. Rory came out and just snatched it from him. So
Oh, that's what you mean.
he was the guy that was.
I didn't see it because we were
I didn't watch it either.
in
I-
Columbus.
I-
So he cried when he lost.
no.
Yeah. Or he was like
He
warming.
cried- warming. No, sorry. He was in the clubhouse. Rory had 2 holes left and was warming up to stay loose for
Yeah.
extra holes.
Yep.
And Rory just snatched it by.
And then he
birdie on
cried
18.
after he lost, or was he crying when he was
Timeline,
warming up?
I'm not too sure.
Like it's
Yeah,
one
I
thing
don't
if
want
you
to spread any
cry.
The
misinformation.
most important part of the story, I don't know.
Is that he cried?
Yeah.
He cried.
I don't know when he cried.
Well,
That's a
Voss
good
took the
point,
cry
me too.
baby.
Yeah, but yeah, crybabies all the way.
I mean, he was just second.
Oh,
last
that's
week,
gone. That's gone.
So,
That's the second time you've done that.
Dude, they're getting him clean and flush off the. Look at that boy. He had his fair share of chicken nuggets.
Vogelbach.
Chicken
Stud.
nugget boy over there. So we're currently watching Sox Mets. Mets are the worst first inning team in baseball with only 41 base hits. The Cubs are the second worst with 45 base hits in the first inning. Stat I saw earlier. We've currently seen in the last 20 minutes 2 guys that I thought were going Yabo flushed it off the bat for the Mets. Fly balls, fly outs.
Trash organization.
So my eyes maybe aren't seeing it today, but tomorrow they're going to be seeing it when I'm on top of the leaderboard for the for the British Open.
When do they
Major.
tee off? Like 4 in the morning?
I'm sure it'll be early for us because it'll be 8 a.m. over there when it's 2 a.m. here.
Gosh, I can't wait to wake up at 4 in the morning
6
and digest
hours.
that.
Yeah, fuck it. We should just stay up all night here at Yaza's.
Yeah.
That'd be sick. Actually,
I mean,
we should
Party
do
at Yaza's. I could work from your place tomorrow. I could log 3 hours. Let's
Yeah.
do it. Stay up all night.
Yeah, why not?
Okay, so I remember myself.
He
So
fucked
it's
it
not
all
that
up.
it's not that great. Well, I'll snake it back to you because I have a repeat and I totally forgot. I have
Snake it
Minwoo.
up.
I have Minwoo Lee as well.
I knew you did.
Wow.
Yeah, you know I had that
knew he had
motherfucker.
him.
Min Tripley.
So then I'll send it back to
Follow Lee.
Voss because we already talked about Minwoo and his fucking drippy body. But I have my last guy, Dark
Emilio?
Horse, Emilio Grillo.
I like him, dude. I like that
The
pick.
man knows how to battle. If he finds himself anywhere in contention on Sunday, he's going to eat. He might
Love it.
choke, but he'll be up there.
Love it.
Look out for him.
So that was really cheap. And yeah, he was super cheap. That's it.
I like it. A good name. European. Let's go. Speaking of good names for this tournament,
Yeah.
Liverpool's where it's at.
Royal Liverpool.
Yeah, it's-
Royal Liverpool.
Which is England, right?
It's,
Might be
United
Liverpool's in
Kingdom,
England.
which is
Oh, yeah. Good call.
England,
It's in England, yeah.
which leads me to my next pick. And this pick, I can just picture the announcers on the leaderboard saying, and Harris English is leading the England tournament
I
in
like that.
England. And yeah, so Harris English,
You had a
good
vision.
last name.
Your division.
Yeah, I think I did.
He's
Like-
the kind of guy I hate to watch when he does well because it's kind of boring.
Yeah.
But you can't take that away. It's gambling. You got to, whether it's fun or not, I'll take a win.
I'm only here to win.
I like that. I really like that. That's going to be a sneaky pick.
Yeah, I like it too.
But it ain't going to be as sneaky as my last pick.
Okay.
And I'd be curious. You guys might not know who he is.
Try me.
Hit me. I'll know.
28-year-old
Oh,
Gooch. Tyler Gooch.
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 Taylor.
Taylor Gooch.
How'd you know?
Actually?
No way.
No. No. I just got to make sure I'm familiar with what nation he's from because that was going to be why I picked him.
Dang, Liverpool. I mean, the Beatles are from there. I knew it was in England. But
Me and Vosberg are looking at
it looks like a cool location.
the picture of where Royal Liverpool Club is. I don't know. I'm not convinced that is Liverpool though. It's outside of Manchester.
Yeah.
It's on a little peninsula. It's
Oh,
like
yeah.
on a sick little peninsula. It's like a little baby.
Zoom in.
I'm zooming back out to find Liverpool because I know it's
No, I
gotta
think
be.
Liverpool might be kind of smaller. No joke.
Randall,
like
say
the
your pick. Say your pick.
Indian-
So my
Indianapolis.
last and final pick, so this is the only no name. I feel like you had more no names than I did. But that's not to say that they're going to perform
Yes, names.
as good. However, my final and sixth low budget player, only low budget player on the team. My last guy was Gary Woodland. He ain't no low budget. Jordan Smith out of England. He's
No
a
idea.
28-year-old who just started playing PGA Tour events.
Whoa.
Do you know who that is?
I literally heard of him today.
Yeah. So he's like a hometown guy. So
Nice.
I just feel like they have higher expectations of themselves.
Sure.
Granted, it could implode, having the expectation, but I wanted to pick as many English guys as I could for this tournament. He was a low budget guy. He played in the last major and did decent, and he's made 2 of the 3 PGA Tour cuts that he's played on this season.
Damn. That dude, he's
And-
got quite the resume.
His
The CV.
I forget what the abbreviation is, the acronym, but his world golf ranking for only playing
WGR.
yeah he's top
OWGR.
100 player.
Oh. What?
Yeah.
He just started playing?
Yeah, I don't know. I think he just got promoted
they
off
do
the tour.
that?
I don't
How does he
understand.
do
I
that?
don't understand how it is, but
Damn, what a fucking snipe then. I'm mad that I didn't pick him. I actually did pick him now that I think about it. No.
Yeah, right, because you don't know your picks, but you could change them after this. I just want to toss this out there that one takeaway I have is not a whole heck of a lot of overlap
No,
which I'm
not
okay
too
with,
much.
which I'm
Not too
very
much.
happy with actually.
Oh,
Yeah.
overlap wise,
Yeah.
yeah. I was
And-
nervous that we were gonna run it down, but then I realized I kind of faded the podcast. I didn't really like those guys.
Yeah, okay.
I'm just joking.
You know,
I did.
Ian will
JK,
probably
guys.
not
Felt
overlap
it.
much. He's very, just vibrant in particular with the guys that he picks and likes. I feel like.
Yeah, he doesn't know that much about golf.
No, he
Ian.
probably knows more than all of us.
Yeah,
And so that's why he digs deep in the crevices and finds Padraig Harrington.
that's Padraig. Is he playing?
Yeah, I
he's
think-
playing.
I think Ian had Padraig in our year 2000 pool actually.
He loves Padraig, dude. Oh my gosh.
Year
Well,
2000.
I'm stoked on it. Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. What time does it start tomorrow?
I mean,
Four
it's
in the
got to be
morning.
around our 4 or 5 a.m.
What?
If they start at 7 or 8 a.m. in England, it's
Fuck.
6 hours behind.
We just might as well stay up and watch the whole thing. Do you guys already say that? Okay, that's what you guys were talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should. That's gonna be sweet.
Yeah, we're gonna watch this game, roll it over into the to the golf match.
Fuck yeah.
For those of you watching on YouTube,
Uh-oh.
Yaza.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
We got it! Finally. And that was one I thought would not go out.
that carried.
My eyes are failing me today, fam.
Yaza. Yeah,
Oh,
he
yeah, he
opened
gets
one of these
fireworks?
twist offs
He gets fire. Oh,
with
fuck
a
you.
bottle opener,
No.
but it's kind of hard to open in between. Your
I
legs.
see you not doing very well over there. Oh,
I
we
got it.
did it. Do you mind handing me one?
Say no and then say bitch.
Chief
I
Padre?
have a bottle opener over here for you if you want it.
Here, can you open it for me? Don't do that. I don't want to hurt you.
Home run replay.
What do you guys want to touch on the World Series of Poker? My pastime.
Ooh.
Yeah. So, World Series of Poker just happened, and we just figured it would be a very interesting event to cover and kind of candor about, because it is a very interesting event. I don't know a ton about poker, but I love to watch and I love to play a little bit.
I love watching. I love when people educate me about poker because there's a lot that goes into it, and it's pretty sick.
We have had long talks on it sometimes.
Yeah.
when we're
A lot of
drinking.
different kinds of poker.
Now that we're talking about it, I have a lot of questions about the World Series of Poker that I want to get off my chest.
Okay.
Okay.
What first comes to mind?
How many people?
I
start-
knew that was your first fucking question.
I have the answers.
Oh, perfect. Okay, good.
All right.
What was it?
How
I know
many
what
people?
it is. Do you know it?
Yes,
Go
of
ahead.
course I know this shit. Come on,
I
I did
had
my
pulled up.
research, bruh. So I'll give it to you in two forms. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
How many people participate in each event? Is that what you're asking? In the
No,
Or
the
in the-
main. The main.
Yeah. How about the main card?
the main event.
The main event.
Yeah, the main event. Yeah.
So it started with in 1970, that was the first World Series of Poker. There were 7 players. In this recent year, it happened 2 weeks ago. There were over 10,000 entries, and it was the highest of all time.
Entry fee.
It's 10K.
Okay, that's
10K
not
entry
bad.
fee. Yeah.
We could-
So it was the largest pot ever as well.
33 each. We send Yaza in.
Wait, you said the buy-in's 10K?
10K buy, and I believe
It's been that way for a decade, maybe.
they've had
Yeah.
some 50K events in the past. But
There's high rollers.
They were different than the WSOP.
Dude, at the World Series of Poker, there's 83 different styles of games.
So that's what I
and
didn't know.
Yeah, it's so many types of games.
It's much more than just Texas Hold'em.
Yeah. You have Omaha High, Omaha Low. There's stud games, and then you
Yeah.
have high roller.
I never knew that.
Yeah, there's all these different buy. So when there was one in Chicago at the Horseshoe in Indiana, I went by, no big deal. I chose
No
one of
big
the
deal.
events, but I almost signed up for a different event. There's so many, even over in Chicago, or in the Chicago tournament they called it, but in Indiana, there was I think 15 different events over the course of 3 days, and there's
Yep.
double stacks, so you get double the amount of chips. And then each of those variations for each type of game, and you get a bracelet for every single some are bracelet games, some are just cash, but
When you win the whole
that
one-
whole event, so
yeah, the whole event of that
you
part-
get a
game time.
bracelet, yeah,
And,
then
and so that's bracelets.
bracelets are sick.
Bracelets are the main event bracelet is the fucking Lombardi Trophy of poker,
Yes.
So I like how they call it bracelets, and you retain it.
Yeah, they're sick. And then
Until
you
the
wear
next-
and then you wear them the next year.
That's
too.
cool.
There, it's kind of like a green jacket of poker.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
so
That'd be a better
you, like,
reference.
Yeah, you like bring it, and then like some people have multiple chains, and you have rings on tour events. So like if I would have won that event, I would have got a ring over in
and that's
Chicago.
kind of how you can get an
And then
entry.
then you get necklaces, and then you put multiple rings on your necklace. It's
That's
like
so sick.
how like that's your badges. So it's pretty cool. It's I like that whole aspect of it. It'd be sick to get like a ring or something like that,
Yeah.
or a bracelet. Bracelets are bigger than rings. Go
Yeah.
ahead, sorry.
Kind of along the same lines, there are like like kind of like golf, where if you win a tournament, you get like an entry into a major or into a PGA event.
Mhm.
There are like tournaments around the U.S. that if you win, or at least it used to be like this,
They still have it.
if you
Satellite
win,
games.
then you can like get in, or at least get access. I think anyone can pay the $10K to get in.
Anybody.
But
yeah.
like you can like get a free spot and stuff, and it can be sponsored by like other casinos.
Mhm.
So if you win one casino's like $500 Texas Hold'em buy-in, if you win it, like you'll get an entry into the World Series of Poker.
Yeah.
And so supposedly some guy won a $225 entry at like some small fucking casino, and he made it to the main table.
That's insane.
It's pretty
And
crazy.
lost, but yeah.
No,
So
yeah,
I didn't know about that. So there's a lot of nuances and intricacies of the tournament
for sure.
that are pretty cool to learn about.
It's kind of like soccer relegation. Not really, but
Yeah, like the satellite
Yeah.
games though. Like you can
Yeah.
go play like
It's cool.
a game for $5, and then that gives you access
To
to
another
a
tournament,
$200 game,
and then
that
you win
two-
that one.
And you work your way up. You could essentially make $10,000 to get free entry for like
Yeah.
$25 or something like
Yeah,
that
it's
if
cool.
you really want to grind it. But yeah, it's that's such a it's a cool aspect, and it's also nice that you see so many celebrities take a shot at it,
Mhm.
like football
because
players,
they have money.
basketball players.
That's
recent
awesome.
ones. Ray Romano's always there. Vince Vaughn goes every year.
Vince Vaughn,
Dude, yeah,
Dang,
there's
that's
so many
sick.
sick people
That's
that go,
cool.
and they just fucking are like, hey, and like I remember seeing a clip of Vince Vaughn. He's just like, hey, how you doing, Vince? Hey, like introducing himself at the table. Like, yeah, okay, like he's a chill ass dude.
so
But then you just
chill.
hang out there for hours and like you could spend, 8 hours with somebody, like or a whole table. Like usually they mix you around, so like as people go out, they'll move people and condense tables and stuff. But 10,000 players played in the main event this year, so 10 fucking thousand in the main.
I wonder who, like, what's the farthest like a celebrity's ever gotten?
I have it on record.
Who?
I'm kidding. I wish. So I looked at a bunch of stats up, and I didn't see that one, and I didn't know that they entered. So I'm pissed I didn't get any background on that.
Oh, dude, yeah, I didn't see much. I saw clips of them, and I see him usually every year. Matt Damon goes sometimes. I don't know if he went this year.
I could see Adam Sandler pulling up in that bitch.
Oh,
Totally.
that's
Totally.
totally Sandler.
That's
But
a Sandler move.
like you see all these athletes golfing after they're done with their career. Like I think, and you always hear about like baseball players, they're playing cards on the plane like
Yeah.
after. Like you would think that there'd be more, or like there would be like legit, really good
Poker players.
poker players that used to be athletes because they can get like their
Well-
competitive juices flowing.
Yaza is a former athlete that's a good poker player.
Yeah, well, yeah, that is true. That
I
is true.
wish I
Kind
I
of-
was
I mean,
either of those things.
You're
I'm not.
running. You're running now. You're a current athlete.
So this year, I'll give you guys, for the fans, the exact number: 10,043 entries, highest ever. Beat the second highest entry pool participants by nearly 2,600 entries. So it was massive. And Daniel Weinman took home the bracelet this year, winning a staggering and record-breaking number, $12.1 million.
Yeah.
So he
beast.
just got paid more than every running back in the NFL did last year.
No, is that actually real?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure.
that
That's
sounds
insane.
right.
Yeah. The
Wow.
highest paid running back makes 12 or 13 million.
Holy guacamole! Shout out Daniel Weinman.
Dude,
That
he
is
did it.
Friend of the
awesome.
pod, Daniel Weinman. Heather Weinman? Is that your daughter? Because I used to work with Heather Weinman.
Wyman had been going. That was his 16th year at the World Series of Poker.
Okay.
I
So
was
he's been grinding it.
16th
I
time.
Grinding.
respect that even more. Daniel, if you want to join us on the podcast and talk a little bit about poker, don't hesitate
Get
to
on
reach
here.
out.
Get on here.
Yeah, we'd love to have you. I don't know much about his background, but
I think it said California. I could be making that up.
But like, how does he afford $10,000 a year to play? Like, I should just be doing this.
$10,000 a year. If you break it
I
down
mean-
by day, it really is. It turns out to not.
Carry the 300. It's like what, $30 a day? $30 a day.
$30 a day. I could do
No,
that.
That would be
All right. What if we all put together $10 a day, and then at the end of the year we drew a name out of the hat, and that's who got to compete in the World Series of Poker?
Or we could just play every day, and whoever wins the most gets to go.
Or
Represent.
anybody that watches this can invest in me, and you'll get a percentage of the total 10K. And then if I win, whatever payout, you guys get that. So
That's a good idea.
There we go.
Crowd-
Crowdsource.
well, just crowdsource it.
Crowdfund it.
That'd actually be a crazy story if somebody was like, if somebody got that story and I was at the final table, or anybody was, and like, actually, this guy got his 10K because he crowdsourced it and gave out shares of his like winnings, and there's 132 people that
You just got to check the
are
rule book.
splitting it up.
All right. Let me ask you this. So like sometimes people say like Vegas like will rig sports games and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say that there's this hot shot guy who got all of his funds crowdsources to make it into the tournament. Do
Sure.
you think that he would get good cards?
Nah, man, the dealers are straight.
They would fuck them up.
They're pretty good
Alright.
dealers, and they do crazy
Yeah.
shuffles.
Yeah, my bad. Nah,
But
I
I like-
totally
I like where
agree.
your head's
I
at.
totally agree.
Actually,
Crazy
I take that
shuffles.
back. Yes, you could pay a dealer to, you know, if they're good, they can deal it up in
I
ways
mean,
nobody's really watching. too
Tell a
hard.
dealer, to put his finger on the back of a card if it's
Signals, or there could be a camera that like shows what's going out.
But they're definitely on top of it too. So it's hard to say.
There's been cheating scandals in poker, and it's been pretty intense. Usually over online poker, where you can use certain like algorithms basically to like run numbers for you like instantaneous. Yeah, I think that was the whole thing. But anyways, yeah, that's boring shit.
Algorithms, crazy stuff.
Yeah,
So
AIDS.
I guess I was doing a little statistical analysis. 4 players have won
Some casual
the WSOP more than once. Only 4 players. So Johnny Moss won 3 times, and he also won the first and second event. And also, just for some background, the Horseshoe Casino in Las Vegas hosted the first ever World Series of Poker.
You talking about Johnny Chan?
No. So Johnny Chan's won twice, but
Interesting.
Johnny Moss won the first ever and the second, and then he won like the 8th.
Oh,
But it
shit.
started out, one guy invited 7 like professional poker players to do a personal buy-in tournament hosted at a casino.
What year was this?
70.
Oh shit!
70.
I didn't know it was that
So,
recent.
Yeah, it was 1970 when they started this as kind of like friends and like professionals.
Sure.
And it grew from like 7, second year was 7, and then it was like 10, 14, 100, back to 15,
Oh.
1,000, and then from like after the
Wow.
first 10 years, it was like over 1,000.
Wow.
And then just until recently, it went from like 2015 could have been like 5,000, and this year there were 10.
Damn.
Dang.
So inflation isn't that bad, I guess, if people are buying into these tournaments. But 4 players have won more than once. Johnny Moss won 3 times. Doyle Brunson.
You know the Texas
Doyle
Dolly.
Brunson.
R.I.P. to
Yeah,
the
that's
Texas
recent.
Dolly.
Doyle Brunson won twice. Stu Ungar won 3 times. And Johnny Chan won twice. Here's an interesting fact that I pulled out of this stat. Oddly enough, of the 4 players who have won more than once, 3 out of 4 of those players have won consecutively back to back.
Wow.
So you know what they say?
It's lasered in.
When you're hot, you're hot.
Yeah,
When you're hot, you're hot.
Yeah, that's
makes
what I took
sense.
from that stat.
Yeah.
it makes sense. I mean, I do you guys know? Are you guys familiar with Daniel Negreanu, the Canadian poker
I've heard
player?
of him actually.
He's really big.
I read about him. He's won one, I believe.
I think he's won one, and he's one of the highest grossing players. Him and
Just buy it.
Phil Ivey are like in the top of like the best poker players right now. There's a lot going on, but they're like, I mean, they both have a master class. Like they're well high regarded,
nice.
highly sponsored, and Daniel Negreanu has like a daily blog that like
He's just
so many-
monetized it well.
Dude, he makes so much fucking money. It's insane. But anyways, he
Good for him.
What the fuck was my point? What did I start this on?
You
Oh, he. So Daniel Negreanu, I was listening to him in an interview, And somebody asked him, who's the best poker player now? And Doyle Brunson was brought up, and he's like, he is like one of the greats. He is, one of the most winningest and all-time poker legends. He isn't the best now and won't ever be because he's just too old. And he was getting at that you have to be like so locked in, almost in like chess. So like as you get older in chess, you just get worse because your brain just starts to decay, and you have to be at such a high level of intensity and like the bandwidth that's going on in your brain in chess and in poker. You just got to be on point and like laser focused.
No distractions.
Yeah,
I wouldn't have guessed that.
So he like was saying like Doyle Brunson's a legend, but like he can't be the best now because he's 87 or something like that. So he said him and Phil Ivey, which I wonder what those two guys did in the.
That's really interesting because you said chess, and whenever I see chess being played like the major tournaments, which isn't that frequently, but every once in a while, it's always young people.
And they're coming up with new, like the young people are using what's called like a wizard. So the wizard is an algorithm in a computer that you can practice with that shows you the optimal way to respond in each specific scenario. And all the old guys are like, I don't want to fuck with that. Mm-hmm. So these young guys are developing things that these old guys have never seen before.
Yeah, it takes it
on
to
the
a
table,
whole nother level.
And they just like they're just not experienced to it. So then they're guessing, and then they make mistakes. And when you make mistakes, you fucking lose.
It's like sabermetrics in
sure.
baseball for baseball managers. Like
Exactly.
the old school
Exactly.
managers don't want to pay attention to it, but like the guys who believe in it,
Exactly.
it took over the league.
Exactly.
All right.
We've drawn comparisons from the World Series of Poker to football, soccer, and baseball, and
It's a
golf,
sport.
and
It's
golf
a
now.
sport.
And chess.
Yeah, no, it is. Yeah, so
the sport.
5 sports that we've related. That's awesome,
Dude, it's
What were you gonna say, Bossy?
I was just gonna say so these guys started the World Series of Poker had 7 people, and then it grew into this massive.
The main 7.
Yeah. So what tournament should we make that starts regional and then expands and we're millionaires?
Maybe like a drunk marathon,
Yeah. Yeah, that's actually a good idea.
but not like the drunk mile, like drunk marathon. So like mid-marathon, you have to drink more to make sure that you're still drunk across the finish line.
That sounds pretty decent.
You
I
have
think
to-
we could think of something better than that.
You have to pass the finish line with a BAC of over 0.3.
I don't think I ever. Sorry.
I think I took it back. It was near. I got confused, but I don't know what would be your idea on that.
I don't know. Like even if like you started like a regional bags tournament,
What about like ice fishing?
and if it didn't, yeah, they I think they have.
As if they don't have any tournaments.
I think they must have tournaments, everything, but they probably have Catan tournaments, but
We should be getting in those.
we should be entering those.
We could honestly be doing euchre tournaments pretty solidly.
Like
We would
if
have
we
to
just
really
put the
sharpen
marketing into it, then we would be a popular tournament.
I'd need to sharpen up for euchre tournament. Like no drinking mid-tourney. Because every game, I don't think I've played a sober game of euchre since I was 12.
Stealing the deal though,
Is that in
a tournament?
Is that allowed?
They don't know. They don't know it's allowed.
So I got a couple other funny things.
Okay.
Not funny things, but good things about World Series of Poker. Guy named Jesse Alta has been to the most final event tables ever. 7 final event tables. I don't know if he's won or not. He hasn't won 2. I know that for sure. But he's been to 7 final
Jesse Alta?
main events.
Is he like a younger dude right now?
I don't know. But speaking of a younger dude, the youngest winner of all time
Ooh.
of the main event took home WSOP. His name's Joe Cada. Guess how old he is. Was.
I'd guess 22. No, wait. I guess 18. No. 22.
Wait, what are you talking about? Jesse Alta?
No, so Joe Cada, he's the youngest WSOP main event winner of all time.
Oh, how old was he?
Yeah, take a guess.
24.
21.
Damn.
21.
That's pretty insane. For
That
him to do
is
that.
unbelievable.
Back to Alto real quick. He was born in 98, so he's what, 25?
Dang, so and he's already been to 7?
No, that makes him younger.
That's what I'm saying. 25. We're
But he has
28.
21.
No, that makes him 24.
24.
Yeah. because it's 94. I'm 28.
Gambling, you can't be.
He was
the seven.
24.
24 years
So
old.
he's been playing since he's 18.
and
He
he's
made
made 7
Yeah.
final main events.
Dude.
Whoa. Watch out for Jesse Alta.
Dude, we should start putting our money on this guy.
Yeah, we really should.
And then last good statistic I've got, and this was this year.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm looking at a totally different person. Ignore what I just said.
You're
Fake
looking at
news.
Joe Cada?
He died in 98. I'm looking
Oh.
at Jesse Alta, who was born in 27. Not the guy I'm thinking of. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh God.
Dang, we almost just found the greatest poker player of all time.
So Eugene Collins, Eugene Caldens, excuse me, played this year in 2023, oldest main event participant ever. Main event participant, 100 years old.
Damn.
Wow, he just told, what's his name? Doyle Brunson. Let's get his act
100.
together.
I know. How about that?
Who
Dude,
at 100 has the
nobody wants
the
to
wherewithal mentally?
Nobody wants to bully the old grandpa at the table.
I'll
I
take him
personally
out. I'll
have
take
played.
him out.
I've played with like a probably 86-year-old dude. This fucking 86-year-old was 2 spots down from me, and I was on the bend of the ring of the table, and I looked over to him, and he had blood coming down his nose.
Okay.
Dang,
Bro,
it's like Stranger Things.
I was in a hand with him, and I fucking raised, and it was an intense situation, and it was quiet. And I look over, and fucking his nose started to bleed. That happened, and I'm like, I'm never gonna like go in a hand with this guy again. I felt so bad.
You think
I
it was
go,
'cause
sir, your nose is bleeding, and he's like, I handed him.
He probably
a
looked at
napkin.
you. He goes, "Son, that's what you call partying."
He didn't give a fuck, dude. He was like, whatever, like casually wiped it. I'm like, damn.
He was
bro.
probably partying at the casino the night before.
Yeah.
That's the ultimate tell. He has nothing. He literally has nothing. Bring him
Yeah.
in for everything.
That'd be a crazy final table showdown. Like if somebody like started having a nosebleed. I wonder if that's ever happened on televised poker.
Wait, what happens to 11 when she has a nosebleed? She rages?
She's about to go. No, that's post rage.
Oh.
That's post nut syndrome for her. She goes hard and then she starts bleeding from her nose.
Okay, so this guy just went hard because he went all in with you, and then he started bleeding from his nose.
He was
Okay.
thinking about going all in, so he was what you say in the tank. I put him in the tank, which is when you're just tanking and you're thinking like, do I call? Do I fold? Do I raise? And it takes usually a minute of tanking is what qualifies for tanking, and then somebody can go clock, and then you have 60 seconds to make your
Oh
call.
my!
And who won the hand?
I'm pretty sure he called me and then I lost. But it's been a while. I can't remember. I went do-si-do with that guy a couple times.
Do-si-do.
Do-si-do. Yeah, man. This makes me really want to go play. We should go to the casino after this.
Okay, we could go from we'll watch the rest of this game, casino, straight into the British Open, starting right after.
Now we're talking.
Hell,
I love that.
we could go. We'd stay at the casino all night, watch it in the sports lounge.
And bet in the sports lounge. River should sponsor us. We could do a podcast out of there.
We could
need a podcast.
look
They
at
don't have a
flights
podcast.
to
Vegas?
we could
Atlantic City.
I love that song and I love that. I've never been to that place.
Me
It
neither.
sounds magical. It might be right up my alley because Vegas is just a little too much for me.
No,
I think Atlantic City might be good for
Atlantic
us.
City.
It might be good
no,
for
it's dude, it's scummy. Pat's going there in 2 weeks for a golf outing with his buddies. He's not excited. He goes, it's like the Las Vegas basement, you know.
That sounds decent for me.
That sounds perfect. I'm a basement dweller.
Everything over there is going to be not as pricey. It's going to be hella expensive. The casinos aren't going to be that great.
Is it expensive there? I thought it was a poor man's
Dude,
Vegas.
it's where everyone from New York City goes down to
Oh,
when
I
they
didn't
want to get
realize
out of the
that.
city and hit a casino and not go to Vegas.
Oh, I
It's
didn't
still
realize
expensive.
that. Shit.
It got washed up from the 80s and 90s. It's not as cool, but it's still expensive. Big ass casino. I mean, come on. Where in the U.S. are you going to go to casino town and it not be expensive?
No, that's so true. And there's nothing
And it's
better
on
than
the East
casino
Coast.
town.
I
They
mean-
have better games.
Low key,
If somebody
Gary,
and
Indiana.
odds and
Smaller
everything.
table hands and stuff.
Gary Hammond
But still
area.
expensive.
It's
Or
a,
table buy-ins. Go ahead, sorry.
I was just gonna say that Gary Hammond is a casino town.
Well,
It's got
There's
one.
like 3. No, there's the new one.
Horseshoe.
there's two.
Hard Rock.
There is 2 now.
Hard Rock's there.
I think there's another.
Dude,
I
we're
mean-
getting a casino. Another casino just popped up north of O'Hare. It's called the Temporary. They have a bunch of billboards on the highway, and they are advertising a poker room.
The Temp.
And the
Wow.
one that's coming down in probably like 5 or 8 years in downtown Chicago, in the old Chicago Tribune property. So gambling's coming from us. I think the powers that be, here's my hot take. Powers that be are really pushing this gambling thing. I mean, everywhere. ESPN, you have odds. If you're watching any sports show, there's always odds, and 90% of the time, someone's going to give their bet. Like, this is Casey's pick for the game, or just like promoting gambling. There's so much investment in gambling. I think that if you get a little chunk of that, you live forever.
Hell yeah.
How can we get in on that?
This is a gambling podcast.
That's the thing. How do we get in that?
I wonder how much it costs to get a allowed to gambling license. Like, we could find a hire a lawyer, find a loophole, and then run gambling out of our basement.
I mean, in Chicago, you would have to grease the wheels and like shake hands and like spit in each other's hands and stuff. I think that that'd be sick though if you could run like an underground poker game and rake Molly's game style.
We just need to get involved with over
Can't take a
under.
rake.
Over under run some underground poker games.
Dude, I don't know how they do that, and we might have just blown up their spot. But yeah, I want to go play, dude. Devin's lost
Couple
a
grand.
bunch of money there.
I heard he lost over 50 grand in the last 3 weeks.
I could be taking that money. I need to go be playing with him.
I wonder who
JK.
shows up to that. Like, are these? I mean,
Sharks.
Vince Vaughn has been there.
Vince Vaughn comes into town. Bill Murray.
Eisenberg. Michael Cera.
Johnny Chan.
Michael Cera.
Have you guys seen Black Mirror recently?
I heard the fourth.
I heard
season
some
came
good
out.
episodes.
There's some good stuff in there.
Aaron Paul. Did he have a good one?
I watched half of it, and then I felt weird because I was at my place in Utah with my dad, and he wasn't vibing with it. So I changed it to Sicario. Have you guys ever watched that movie?
Yeah.
Never
I haven't
seen
seen
it.
it.
Highly, highly, highly recommend it. It's so fucking sick. Del Toro and
Guillermo.
Guillermo Del Toro and Josh Brolin.
Brolin.
Fucking nasty, dude. One's a spook, CIA, and one's I won't tell you, but you guys should watch it.
I've heard a lot
I
of
will.
good things about it.
It's good. There's a second one.
I did just see Ex Machina
I heard that was good.
for the
I
first
haven't
time.
You haven't seen that,
I would have
Boss?
figured. I
You
would have
gotta
figured
watch
you
that.
both have seen it.
I've seen it. It's
So-
solid.
It's solid.
It's one of my favorite movies.
That's what Pat said. Pat and his
It's
girl
insane.
Taylor, we watched it together. I've seen it a lot. I've heard many good things about it, and I was underwhelmed because Pat hit me with it's one of my favorite movies ever. So I'm like, all right, strap in.
It's never a good sales pitch.
Well, it leaves
Well,
you
actually
with a
kinda
little
is.
bit to be desired, as they say.
Depends on how
Yeah.
you respect his previous recommendations.
Yeah.
You build a rapport. If you
well-
give me some shitty movies, I don't listen to you anymore.
Well, it's not a shit. I just thought it
Yeah.
was upper echelon, but not cracking. Excuse me, not cracking the top 10.
Like, yeah, it shouldn't be referred
Yeah.
to as
Like it was upper echelon. Like it was way more entertaining than like an average movie, and I liked it. It was good.
The spin was, I thought,
The
was really
spin
solid.
was good. It just wasn't like, okay, I'm not going to put this in my top 12, top 13, 14, 15.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
And that's coming from someone who's seen 15 movies.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I will say Pat has an affinity for robots and AI.
iRobot is his number one.
iRobot's his number one. He fucking loves Ex Machina, and his number one TV show ever is Westworld.
He loves West.
Oh, Westworld's.
I don't know. He might be more on Game of
confusing.
Thrones.
You should check his closet for a sex robot. 'Cause I
I'm a
guarantee you he will
robot.
buy one so quick. We should buy him one
When
on the
AI
podcast.
when AI revolts, I do not want to be anywhere near that man because he's gonna be siding with the robots.
I want to be Will Smith when that happens.
Will Smith does pop. God damn, he's so fucking good. But you need a whole bionic arm, dude. If you're
Does he
gonna
have a
fight these
bionic
robots.
arm?
Half of his arm he lost in the car crash that girl drowned in.
I need to rewatch that.
I
movie.
actually haven't seen that.
Oh,
You
it's good.
haven't seen
Yeah.
that?
See, I would say
Boss, you have work to do.
I
brother.
liked iRobot more than Ex Machina.
But
Yeah, I can see that. I could definitely see that. There's a young even Steven. Why am I forgetting his name?
Shia LaBeouf.
Shia LaBeouf in there.
And I would say Ex Machina is a better movie, but I just personally liked iRobot more. Just my affinities.
And you know what?
To
That
Will
brings me
Smith.
to my next topic.
Will Smith.
The
I was
better
gonna say
movie- Like, okay, so such and such is a better movie, but also such and such is more entertaining. Top Gun, Maverick.
You liked it, right? You
Enter-
watched it recently?
Entertaining?
Yeah, I
or-
watched it 2 days ago.
And
Well, do you
and
lean good
it's-
movie or entertaining?
Like,
Both.
it reminded me that like just being entertaining is important. You know, like I've been watching
Yeah.
lots of
Yeah.
slow
It's a-
burns, which I like, but entertaining is important. I laughed, I cried, I felt something nostalgic,
pretty fucking solid.
very nostalgic.
How about the football scene on the beach?
That was awesome. Freaking, that wasn't as good as the volleyball scene.
I don't think it
but
was as good, but it was funny. It was kind of like a 1-for-1 with the. It was like the exact same movie as the first one, but like almost better, different enough. And I still loved it just as much knowing that.
Yeah.
Lady
It-
Gaga song at the end. Did you like it?
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, it had a lot of callbacks, like to
Lot of
like
callbacks. Goose.
yeah, the original, and like also just like scenes like, all right, Maverick is on a motorcycle now. Let's go.
Yeah, that's true.
But it was awesome.
I did question, like, am I supposed to know this bartender that he's flirting with? and
Yeah, so it's
sneaking out of the
supposed to
window?
be the same girl.
No. No.
Well, she lives in the same house.
Really?
Well, like you remember when he pulls up to the house and like it's
Yeah.
like.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, all right, sorry, but yeah.
And the
It's the same
daughter
house.
the daughter comes home
Yeah,
and she's
but-
like, "You gotta leave."
Originally, I think it. All right, I could be wrong about that. We'll have to check.
We'll check in on that.
Yeah.
We'll do a. No, I think you could be right, but
We'll get the producer on it.
the
Yo,
last scene was
Spencer.
hilarious, though. I mean, just great when they're riding off on the motorcycle together and Lady Gaga comes on. Apparently, who directed it? I'm kind of ashamed.
Oh gosh,
I think it was
Gosh, we
Leonardo
should
da
know
Vinci.
this.
Is it
It might as well have been Leonardo da Vinci because that was a cinematographic masterpiece. And Da Vinci
Tony
painted what?
Scott?
Da Vinci?
Yeah.
Whoa, Tony
Many-
Scott
many
is the
things,
brother
but-
of
Mona
Ridley
Lisa.
Scott.
I was going to say that. He has so I supposedly obviously that's the most popular ever,
But he probably has lots, yeah.
I think there's a stat that he has like another painting that either like sold for more or was more popular, but obviously it's not more popular.
What are you guys talking about?
I think the Mona
Da
Lisa wasn't
Vinci's
acquired.
most popular paintings.
Oh
Yeah,
my
I don't
God.
think it was acquired for like a high price. Go ahead.
Everybody in the chat, just toss in Da Vinci's best painting.
I like the I feel like one of the most symbolic ones, other than the Mona Lisa, is like the Perfect Man, which is like the man with the circle.
Oh, like this?
No, it's like a sketch. It's a
Oh.
sketch on like parcel.
Is he holding the world?
Because he did
Nope,
he
he's
did a lot
standing
of
with his
sketches.
hands to his side.
Oh, yeah.
He
and
did
the
a lot of sketches,
circles.
right?
Yeah, and then he also like came up with like the most beautiful number. He did a lot of math too. He had a lot of inventions. Like he had like one of the first invention sketches for like a airplane.
He's a beast.
It's kind of a sick ass Renaissance man. It kind of reminds me of myself.
He's a Renaissance man.
Renaissance. Well, wasn't he a Wright brother and didn't he invent electricity?
He was the French Wright brother, they said.
They call him the Benjamin Da Vinci Franklin.
Benjamin Da Vinci Wright Frank brother.
That was the craziest part about Da Vinci is that he actually had Benjamin Button disease and he was aging backwards the whole time.
Yeah, dude, I forgot about that. That's insane.
And then when he was a baby, he was 89 years old. He was a baby, and his babysitter dropped him at the zoo into a hippopotamus's mouth, and he died. That's how he went out. Leonardo da Vinci's section.
We might have to
includes-
go out just as Leo did.
That would be a sick way to go out. If you go out that way, or you could go out surfing the waves off of Portugal. I think
Yeah, that's where the biggest
the
waves
biggest
are. I
sets
can't
are.
remember where it is.
Yeah.
It's
but
off the
yeah,
like a coast.
Breakers.
near
Is that where
Lisbon.
Breakers is? So
that sounds right.
you're doing that, and then a fucking Gyarados comes out of the water. You start to battle while you're surfing. You just happen to have your axe on your back. Axe, I mean electric guitar, and you're shooting power waves out of your guitar, and you battle, and you finally do it Kamehameha, and you both die. Which way would you rather die?
Give me the Kamehameha.
Yeah.
But you get to
both
be
most times.
Leonardo. You get to be Leonardo and remembered forever. If you do the Benjamin Button route.
But nobody's gonna remember me for my Kamehameha.
There just happened to be no cell phones during that time. When you
Oh.
do that.
Leonardo lived till 89.
No, I just made that up. I bet you he lived till like 48. He killed himself.
I mean, 89 if I could live till 89, I would sign on the line, which is dotted. So yeah, I'll take that.
Okay. He died. Leonardo died in 1519. Isn't that kind of? I didn't realize how he.
Early.
I would have assumed he was alive in the 1800s. I know nothing. 1519.
Yeah, he old.
That's
He
a lot.
old.
That's a little older than I thought.
So he was born in 1452 and he died in 1519. What is that?
Average lifespan
6, 7.
69.
back then.
Fucking bad.
69.
Ain't bad. Yeah, he's known for painting, drawing, engineering, sculpture, architecture, and science. Just a fucking
Everything.
total Renaissance man.
Basically STEM.
He is
Yeah.
STEM. We need to talk about him more. He probably had a couple slaves though, so we should clear our names on that one. we
Man,
don't
no.
appreciate any of that kind of
Nah,
stuff.
fuck that.
Yeah,
That's
everyone was
bullshit.
thinking it.
Everybody was thinking. Yeah. How did we get here?
Paintings, painting a chessboard on a World Series of Poker table.
It's time.
It's time.
Yeah,
Voss, do you want to say anything? Thank you.
If you don't have a running dog, a dog that goes running, don't take your dog running. They're just tired.
Wow. Okay, that's good to know.
very insightful.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, cool. Good to know.
I could leave you with a closing thought.
Yeah, let's hear it.
If it's not upside down, don't turn it upside down. What's your closing thought?
That's good.
My closing thought is do not go quiet into that dark, dark night.
I love it.
Yeah, beautiful.
Wait, are you making a reference at Starry Night by the one and only?
You caught it.
Leonardo da Vinci?
Dude, you connected all the dots.
You're
No, I
literally
love
a
that.
Renaissance man yourself.
We're meta. We're a meta podcast.
Thanks
I got
for
nothing
tuning
else.
in. Thanks for coming on, Mr. Bossy.
Yeah.
Couldn't have done it without you. We're still watching the shitty game. White Sox are going to lose.
Let's put a bunch of money on it.
Appreciate you guys having me on.
Appreciate you coming on, man.
Thanks
We'll
for
be
coming.
back
It was
to
fun.
you guys after the British Open. We'll go through the pool scores, and we got a lot of sports coming up after that with the football season. So Yaz and I are going to put together a lot of football content for the fans,
Football.
but we're going to keep the pod as is. So appreciate you tuning in. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.